Hello. Apologies if this is a bit shaky, I'm holding my phone. Welcome to another weekly vlog. It is Monday the 12th of August. I've just had a text from Darren. Dobby is in having her teeth scaled today. The dentist said, the vet, I'll get there eventually, third attempt. The vet said when she had her booster that she would be due in the next year. She said she would need her teeth doing. Now, we had both dogs' teeth done about 2 years ago, and if you've got dogs and if you've had small dogs, you will know that they do not let you near their mouth with a toothbrush. We try with Molly, we get a little bit done, but Dobby just, and her little mouth is so tiny, you can't fit in it. It's really difficult. So, because when we got her originally, she lost about 9 teeth when she was taken to the vet, because she just hadn't been looked after at all. So she went in today for her teeth to be done, and Darren's just texted me he's waiting for her to come round from the anaesthetic to be up to coming home. She has had 17 teeth removed. I'm like, how many teeth? She's not going to have any teeth left? I don't understand. It's like we make sure that the dogs have like crunchy, like hard. They do have a little bit of wet food, but then they have biscuits, like dog biscuits mixed through, that is crunchy, to try and, they've got loads of toys that they like gnaw on and stuff. But 17 teeth. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, you need to speak to the vet and find out, is there something we can do to prevent this? But she will not let us near her teeth. And Darren got one of those little toothbrushes you put on your finger. She won't let you near her. She goes ballistic. 17 teeth. I dread to think how much this is going to cost. I'm thinking we're probably looking at about 400 quid. Oh, honestly, it's like, I don't know. But hopefully she'll be okay and she'll be more comfortable when her little mouth heals. Poor Dobby. Her little mouth's going to be sore when she comes home. Bless her. I'll update you when she comes back, let you see her. But hopefully it's all gone okay and she's not sick in the car ride home or something. I shall speak to you guys later. Right guys, Dobby's coming back. Where's Darren? Video on Dobby's return.
Pretty boozy.
Oh, bless her wee face. Hello, Dobby. Hello, darling. Poor little thing.
Needs a bit of mama time.
Hello, Dobby. Oh.
Oh, she's got a little thing on her leg.
Yeah,
Oh.
That side's the big one. And she don't fall out, because back out too. Oh, she's looking tail. Bless her.
Hello,
Wagging.
Petal. Hello, little kid. Oh, it's just sore mouth.
Very pretty.
Oh, poor Dobby, and look at her bandage. And she's wagging her tail, look.
Gosh,
Had a good girl? Has some chicken and rice tonight? Eh? Bless her
she should
little
be back to full food.
big girl wagging her tail.
Bless her.
Hello, it is Tuesday. I filmed a little bit yesterday about Dobby. She's doing well today. Well, to be fair, she was doing well last night. She had 2 lots of very small tea, some boiled chicken and rice, and she enjoyed that and she ate that. She's got 11 teeth left. Now, I am absolutely sure the fact she was at our vet, or old vet, 2 years ago, you may remember something had happened to Molly's chest after it, and someone dropped something by accident. I mean, someone said something by accident that nobody else had said. What it seemed had happened to Molly was her chest had been burned by this antibacterial stuff that they use.
It's supposed to dilute it.
Yeah, to wipe their chest, and she must have been in so much pain because it swole up and it was like fluid filled. And they said, oh, she maybe had a reaction to the anaesthetic, and they come out with all this stuff. But then it scabbed and like, what it went like. It went all like hard and scabby, and It was burns. They'd burnt her skin, and she still has a big scar that runs right down her chest. So both dogs went in at that time, and both dogs had, I don't think Molly had any teeth out.
No.
No, Dobby had a few out, but not very many. Molly and Dobby eat the same, they have exactly the same treatment, they're identical. But we got Dobby from a hoarder who basically just had tons of little dogs and used them for breeding. I think they may have been caged, so they weren't looked after very well. So when we got Dobby, she had a host of problems. But she wasn't house trained, anything like that. But when she went in for that operation, now that she's been to we moved vet after the scenario with the chest burn. We have a new vet now. We've had them for a couple of years. Now that she's, as I say, her and Molly eat exactly the same. And both of their teeth and stuff were checked when they went for their inoculations. And she said about Dobbys, you know, you're definitely going to need to have the dental scaling and stuff done within the next year. She says there's no real panic right now, but you know, you need to be thinking about having it done because there are some teeth there that are looking, you know, not great. So we got her booked in as soon as we could, and she 17 teeth out. Now you're not going to tell me that two dogs that are treated identically, one of them needs no teeth out and her teeth are perfectly fine, and the other one needs 17 out. That previous vet has not done their job in making sure that her teeth were okay in that first operation.
Well, they've left it open so they can have another operation.
Yeah, but so it's like we look after our dogs extremely well. You know, their health, any sign of anything, they're straight to the vets. So, you know, like to sort of have to say we've had to have 17 of our dog's teeth removed, it's like, well, what the hell have you been doing to your dog? It's like, nothing. Literally, they're well looked after. I got this powder stuff at one stage to put in their food that stops build up of plaque, but then they won't eat their food. But, you know, they have toys and they chew on the toys. So when Dobby last went in, she obviously needed a lot more doing. You don't go to the stage in a year and a half of going from your teeth being perfect to needing 17 extractions. It just doesn't happen, especially when you've got another dog that is treated exactly the same way and they've got no issues with their teeth. But Molly's owner before us, you know, was really good. When she had to give Molly up, she was absolutely devastated. I think what had happened was her daughter's marriage had broken down, and the daughter had moved back into her home. She was an older woman with the children, and the children were very, very young and very boisterous.
Okay.
And basically Molly was really stressed and wasn't happy, and the woman rehomed Molly for Molly's sake because she said she just isn't happy.
Is she happy now?
Oh, I hope so. But you know, she came in with loads of she had food, she had toys, the woman was devastated apparently when she was giving Molly over. The woman even added me on Facebook so that she could see Molly, you know, where she'd gone and that she was happy with it and stuff. So she'd obviously had a really good upbringing, and because we've looked after her teeth are perfect. Whereas Dobby came from, we don't know the whole ins and outs. The only thing we know is it was a hoarder, she was used for breeding, and they said they were kept in cages, didn't they? A ton of dogs was taken out of this person's house. That's all we know. But Dobby has the loveliest personality of a little dog, and it doesn't matter what you do, she never complains. And she could have been in pain, and we've taken her to the vet, and you know, bugger all. They haven't said anything's needed doing. The minute this vet said, right, her teeth, we had her straight in.
You paid more for extra fluids.
Yeah.
Which was annoying.
When they are put under anaesthetic, you would think things like fluids and stuff's included, but it's not. You have to pay extra. It ended up costing us almost £400 for Dobby's teeth, which is a hell of a lot of money, but it's one of those things that needs doing, doesn't it? But poor Dobby. Dobby never complains about anything. She's just not that kind of dog.
She complains when she's not getting fed.
She's naughty at tea time.
Naughty at tea time, is that dog? Naughty at tea time.
Oh,
What good time there.
tractor pulling a slurry tank has just pulled out right in front of us, so that's fantastic. Right, I don't think I've anything else to tell you. I've already told you Isaac enjoyed his week. He's going on, probably depending on how Daniel feels when he gets back from his breakaway. Daniel lives up near this land that has got bell tents in it. They run this site called Willow Glamping and Lower or something like that. And Daniel and his brother and his brother's friends are they're camping out on Thursday night, you know, a bit of crack, so Isaac's been invited. So a bit of crack means some fun, it doesn't mean taking hard drugs, just in case. So that's what he's doing on Thursday night. Tomorrow I should be taking Kira and Sophie to that car, had no idea I was even here, to like a child's play place. I'm still waiting to hear back from her. So yeah, just a normal. Oh, Darren did I tell you I bought a big piece of foam for the sofa for my seat, and Darren put it in this morning. He was very cross. I got up to a very angry Darren who was struggling with the sofa, and then he broke the wrench. Well, no, it's a ratchet. Socket set. I fixed it, but we're going to get a new one in case it breaks again. So, and Isaac apparently likes death metal, which is just like nails down a blackboard to me. It's like, why? I don't get. I'm just hoping he grows out of it. I really am, because
I think he prefers black metal to death metal.
Was that not the same thing? What's
No.
the difference?
Napalm Death are more grindcore,
No, I don't know what that means.
just really, really fast. Whereas black metal can have slow riffs but really growly vocals.
Right, so it's people sounding like they're dead,
Yeah.
basically, right. They asked, Isaac, you need to listen to Cradle of Filth. They asked Danny from Cradle of Filth before. Now, Cradle of Filth's music is really well put together, but the minute he opens his mouth, and people said, what's the inspiration behind your vocal? That basically, a growly vocal, we can't even do if you like rock, you'll know exactly what I mean. If you don't like, I'll try and find something to put in to show you what I mean by growly vocal.
I listened to a bit of them, they're quite good.
They said to him, what's the inspiration behind your sound, as in your vocal? And he said he wants his vocal to sound like what he would imagine a dead person sounds like. I'm like, well, you're just showing us all your intelligence there, mate, because there's not much noise comes out of a dead person. And saying that the sound that comes out of a dead person is preferable to listening to his voice.
You know, when he was 15, there's a photograph online, he had a little Nickelback style bleach blonde crop high bob, baggy jeans, and all like new metal posters
I'll
on
put
his
a
wall.
picture of. Is he Danny Filth?
Danny Filth, yeah.
I'll put a picture of him. He's very handsome. Put a picture of him in so we can see what it looks like now. And if I can, I will have used his vocal to let you hear what I'm talking about. Hopefully the weather's improved a little bit, which is something. I shall check in with you guys later. Getting some help with the pushing today. What? Oh, it's a dead bumblebee, right. Hello, it is, hang on, Wednesday.
Oh, it's Wednesday, yeah.
We are on our way up to Antrim, the next town to us, to see Borderlands, which Isaac wants to see. You know, the voice cast they've got is really good. It's a really good voice cast they've got, but when I say to myself, I fail to believe
Right,
they
this
could have
car
got.
whizzing out here, which it is doing, you fucking moron.
Now, a lot of other people would have just put their foot down there. That's someone coming round something that's parked that had no room to come round it.
There's two cars back as well.
Yeah. Forgot what I was going to say. What was I saying before you started shouting? Darren has anger issues when he's driving. He's not even driving, he's got anger issues.
J-Lo.
And it was something about J-Lo. No, when I say to myself, that film's got a really good voice cast, or it's got a really good cast. It can't be bad. Then I remember Cats. That had got Judi Dench. What's that guy that's the older... Idris Elba was in it. Taylor Swift even showed up in it, but there's Ian McKellen was in it. Well, James Corden being in anything means nothing to me other than I don't want to see it. Oh yes, I'll tell you this. There's something to tell you. I forgot. I do this all the time and then I remember something. People that have known me a long time will know this. I used to be in a thing called the Horror Hangout, which was a group of horror fans who used to stream together once a month. I think it was once a month, just to talk about horror. I was one of the original members. There were 6 of us, and the lineup's changed loads over the years, but one of the guys that was in it originally, I don't even know if he's still in it, if he left it anyway, that's irrelevant. He's doing, it must be like an anniversary or something, and he's doing a video about the Horror Hangout, and he's asking previous guests to like record a little bit about it. I'm really shocked they asked me, because I had a major falling out with one member, the one that like treated me really badly for years and called me a cunt and did live streams about me and another friend of mine. Just was horrible. Not even going to mention his name, but it was the fact that a load of them supported him and not me. Left a real bad taste in my mouth, so I just had nothing to do with any of them. There was a couple of them that stood by me, thankfully, including, well, I'll not say the one that asked me did. He just didn't get involved. He just stayed out of it. And a lot of people are like that, and you have to... I'm not like that, but some people are like that. But they've asked me to be part of it, and it's going to annoy so many people that and I thought, should I? He says, I completely understand if you don't want to do it, but I thought it would be really nice, you're one of the originals, that, you know, if you did, but completely understand if you don't want to, and you thought, you know what, why not? So I did. It was only like a minute and a half, and I deliberately didn't mention any names of those people. I mentioned Movie Massacre, who was a channel that they also had a real issue with, who was a friend of mine. Mentioned him because I thought, well, that'll irk them a bit. And then I mentioned the girl that took over from me, who is the only person, when she found out the stuff he was saying about me, immediately cut him off. And I have so much respect for her for that reason. She's the only one with a bottle that says, you know what, fuck him, I'm not, that's it. And then he turned on her and her son. Well, I'm not actually sure. Her son is trans, he's non-binary, so you refer as they. But he was really nasty about that as well, and about the name. He picked, I'm saying he, it's just hard to get, they picked the name Velvet, and he started being really nasty on Twitter. What, could he not find anything other than a stripper's name? And he deliberately put he in capital letters just to cause more offence. And obviously, through the years since I left the Hangouts, I was the first person that had a fallout with this guy because he was full of shit. I saw him for it and called him on it. And nobody else would do it. And it really, they all had this stuff to say behind his back, but nobody would say it to his face. And everybody was like, oh, that's awful that she's done that on you, while they would all be doing this behind his back. And I just had nothing to do with any of them anymore. And they've asked me to come back and do a video, which I've done. I was really tempted at the end to say, let me think of a fitting way to end the video. See you next Tuesday. And I thought, no, I'm not sinking to it because he called me a cunt. It's stronger to just make no reference to the fact the guy exists. And I don't even know if he'll be doing a video, because the guy that asked me, the guy that hosted all the stuff on his channel, he told me he's had issue with them, and he's the only one that never had, but he had now as well, so that guy might not even be in the video. So I thought, you know what, it's a stronger thing to make no mention at all than to make a quip. So I'm not going to make a quip. So I thought that was quite interesting that he asked me to be part of the video. So I'll be interested to see that when it goes up, because so many of them will have to try and think of something to say. It doesn't involve me, which is going to be fun and games. So I mentioned Jen that took over from me. I said I passed the baton to keep the female energy in the Horror Hangout, and not to forget her young protege Velvet. Made sure they got a mention. mentioned Sean, who was the person that asked me. He's the founder. I mentioned thinking back to trying to do a live stream with Movie Massacre in the middle of a forest with a chainsaw, trying to get internet reception, which did happen. So I managed to try and keep it light and fun, not make any sarcastic comments, which was difficult. And yeah, I'll be interested to see how that turns out. Get all these people to do a video talking about something without mentioning the elephant in the room, eh? The girl that left that nobody supported, and then the guy that was nasty about her went on to fall out with every single one of them as well because he was nasty about them all. So, I was right. I wonder did any of them sit and think, you know what? She was right. We should have supported her more because look at what he turned out to be like. This is a guy that thought there was nothing wrong with saying on a live stream with people that he shot his dog. Couldn't afford to take it to the vet, so I shot it. This is a guy that collects movie memorabilia. I'm sorry, but I go without food. If I had to pay to have my dog euthanized, I wouldn't be shooting it. And he thought that was an acceptable thing to be saying. And that's probably one of the least of the things he said.
He had the arrest for bullying a girl.
Yeah, he was arrested when he was younger for harassing and bullying a teenage girl. And I'm sure there's more to it. He tried to tell us that he was in law enforcement, but you can't be in law enforcement with a medical or with a criminal right. Anyway, the guy's full of shit. I'm not even going to mention his name, doesn't deserve to be mentioned. He's a horrible, horrible individual.
He's also a coward.
So anyway, I'll be interested to see. I might actually, what I'll do is I'll put a wee bit of it in when it gets, it's not going to be probably released for ages yet, because he didn't need, after I'd recorded it, he says, oh, you're alright till like the middle of September. I'm like, oh, I've done it now. So it'll not be out for ages, but that'll be interesting. But the same drama just seems to follow different groups of people about on YouTube, and the best thing to do that I learned was step away from it, don't engage with it, don't speak to it, don't look at it, just have nothing to do with it. And I've watched so many friends, and the thing is, it's always, I'm not saying this about me, I'm saying this about other people, it's always someone that everyone else likes. It's always someone popular that tends to get picked on. It happened to Jamie Powell, Kermit, you'll know who I'm talking about, a guy that everyone likes, just an out and out, too nice a guy actually, way too nice a guy. Happened to him, he got attacked, picked on, really horrible stuff. Anybody that supported him got it as well. There's another guy it's happening to at the minute called Nige, again, really nice guy. It's almost like people just can't see other people being happy or having friends or being successful. The world is full of weary willies, they really are. Anyway, I've done nothing but whinge. I'm in Ballymena now, then I've just realised I have to drive to Antrim. What time is it? Oh, it'll be a quick run into the pound shop to pick up contraband. Right, I'll go now. Just thought I'd share that with you before I left. I shall speak to you guys later.
£20,000. Sometimes it's hard to do something once, but you keep doing it over and over and over and over.
This is becoming a habit, and I usually cut it out. See, when I click play, record, sorry, on the thing, Darren's off on one, so we have to wait till he's finished. We've just got out of Borderlands. We're just going, there's a McDonald's beside us, it's quite late, so we're going to get a McDonald's. Just may as well just get fatter, you know what I mean. So we all enjoyed it. This movie has had terrible reviews from everyone bar one person. Well, one person says it's not great, but it's not that bad. One person said I had a lot of fun with that. Everyone else said it's awful. But we all, like, as I said in my my main review will be up on the main channel. I'll try and remember to link it for you so you can watch it if you're interested. But it's just a popcorn film, really colourful, really cool outfits, 3 older female actresses in it, which I absolutely loved. Kate Blanchett kicked arse, she looked fantastic. I enjoyed it. Even Darren says it wasn't that bad, and Darren's pretty hard to please when it comes to movies, it has to be said. You know it's going to be absolutely hilarious when Spinal Tap 2 comes out, if it's really bad. Spinal Tap is one of Darren's favourite movies.
I just hope they don't fill it full of current stars with cameos. Dad's seatbelt isn't on.
Yeah, I'm going to have to switch it off because he's standing in a fucking parking space. Right, somebody up my arse, so I can't even park there. see if that person behind me takes that fucking space. Can you not put your seatbelt on, for God's sake?
Little monkey.
Right, there's that space there. We'll take this one.
Yes, parking space.
Yeah, so... Oh, he's going to be so pissed off about ever wanting to drive out. I've just parked in front of someone that's facing this way that looks ready to go, which means they're going to have to reverse.
Well, then you can put it forward to carry. Parking space.
So yeah, go see Borderlands. It's a fun movie. It's not as bad as people are saying. Right, we're going to go get a McDonald's. I shall catch up with you later in the week. We have like a punch. Just put the bananas into the yellow. She's super clever. What colour's these coming now? She's looking for the other half of that one. It's being elusive. There it is. What colour is that going to go into? Well done. That's fantastic. Hello. If you can hear really weird noises in the background, it's Isaac making a racket in his bedroom. I'm just about to go to bed. It's my wee moon lamp. You can hear that's got lavender scented like mist coming out of it. Look at my groovy back pillows. Got my glasses back with normal lenses in so I can watch my TV. Just to check in, it's Saturday. Isaac had a nice night last night staying at Daniel's in like bell tents, and there's like hand painting inside made from like all natural like plants and stuff. So you see my little shelf with my bits and bobs up there. That is a rainbow lamp that like lights up really nice, but I don't often use it. I'll have to put it somewhere I'm going to use it. My arm's getting sore already. Today's been a really hard day. One of the most painful days I've had with my fibro in, I think, years, literally. I haven't been able to do anything. It hurts to like move, stand up, sit down. The pain's shocking. I know it's from yesterday running after Sophie, which just validates my decision to not have a second child was the right one. I'm running after a 3-year-old. I'm just wrecked, and it was only for a couple of hours. I can't even tell you, I'm in so much pain today. I took codeine, like cocodamol, which generally works for me. I don't like to take it often, but it does help. Nothing, not even, I may as well have taken a couple of Smarties. I've had ibuprofen, gel, I've got another one here. I've deep heat, nothing's taken the edge off. I'm just in agony. I'm in at my mum's tomorrow, which I'm a bit worried about because if my dad's in bed when I get there, which he usually is, then she'll want me to help her to the toilet, and you can't sit there and say, no, I'm not taking you to the toilet, but I'm in so much pain, guys, I can't. So difficult. I wanted to go to see Aliens, Romulus today, but I wasn't up to it. I wasn't even up to getting dressed. I've been in my pyjamas all day. I'm going to have to do a lot of resting because we fly to London on Friday morning. This is Saturday night. This is probably Sunday morning. Well, I can't tell you what time it is because I'm recording myself on the phone. Somewhere around midnight on Saturday night. So I've got less than a week. I have a lot of research to do as to how to get from A to B because the last time I was in London was approximately 25 years ago. No, it wasn't. I went once to see Within Temptation with a group of friends. I forgot about that one. I'm keen to show Isaac Camden. We've got a free day. I'm gonna have to change hands. We've got a free day on the Sunday. Friday we get there quite early. I want to try and maybe get a few sites in on Friday. Not very much because by the time we travel from Stansted Airport, find our hotel, get everything left off, then we've a show on the Friday night, which doesn't know about. Then we're meeting up with YouTubers on the Saturday. And then we've got the Sunday free, which we're thinking Harry Potter. But that's sort of like open at the moment. We're not 100% sure what we're doing. It might be fully booked, who knows. We like Harry Potter, but none of us are like uber fans. so that's why I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I just thought I'd check in, and the pain is strong with this one today, guys. I shall catch up with you to shut off the vlog tomorrow, hopefully in not as much pain.
One, Port Vale 0, Tranmere 0, and Swindon 0. Walsall 2 into the National League. Boston United 0, Forest Green 3 at half-time. It's Braintree 0, Yeovil 0. AFC Fylde 2-1 up.
Hello, it is Sunday. We're just heading into my mum's. We're waiting. Guess who we're waiting on? I got up, I went to the toilet, and I says, can you get yourself ready we're leaving now? And when I come back from the toilet, he was still sat where I left him. Thankfully I'm not sore today. Yesterday it was nightmarish. I was so painful, I can't even tell you. It's the worst I've been in literally years. I've just been looking at a few YouTube stuff this morning about London. We're off to London on Friday. Or this is awful. Or playing, don't know what I was thinking. I'm thinking I want to get as much holiday in as possible, because we're only there a couple of days. Our plane is at 5:55 in the morning. 6 o'clock. So, oh Jesus, so that means we'll have to be at the airport at 4 o'clock. Which, right, we're all sleeping on Thursday.
We don't have to get there full 2 hours early.
And obviously I have to get the car left into wherever I'm booked into, and you don't know. I have to look into how far away that is from the airport and all that stuff. So I'd say it's going to be a ridiculously early night on Thursday for us all.
Can I go to bed at the normal time?
No, you cannot. Right, you go to bed at the normal time of 1:30, and then we have to be leaving the house at 3 o'clock.
And then I'll be crying.
No, you can't go to bed at the normal time.
There's enough sleep.
Isaac, says the boy that gets up, has to be hauled out of bed after midday by me. And I was busying myself around his room, picking up rubbish, picking up clothes off the floor, trying to straighten CDs for a good 10 minutes before he actually woke up.
I slapped his head when I went.
Well, I wanted to get the stuff done before he woke up.
Oh, that's great.
I was going to slap his head on the way out. Well, I don't slap his head, a shake, give him a shake. Can't remember anything else to tell. I checked in literally for 1 minute last night to tell you I'd had a really hard day, just pain wise. So I'm learning about London that it's completely different. The last time I have been to London, I think 3 times. I went with Darren and a group of friends to see Within Temptation, which must be 18 years ago. It's a long time ago. It's in the high teens of years ago. That's the last time I was in London. Before that, I went... Is it only twice? I went when I was 8... No, that was Dublin, hang on. I went... Why was I in London with Raymond? I have no idea. I was in London with my mate Raymond when I was somewhere around 20, just over. Because I remember getting pictures taken at the airport and Piccadilly Circus and the tube. But I think that's maybe it. No, 3 times. I went, I get mixed up. When I went to Dublin to see Bon Jovi and bought cowboy boots, I mixed that up with going to London and buying New Rocks. You bring this spending money with you, and this will tell you, Isaac. What?
She's come on the wrong side of the bloody road with caravan.
Oh, I swerved a bit.
Jesus.
I think he was trying to avoid that guy. Cutting hedges. I was an adult. I was about 20, maybe 21. And the totality of my spending money for my trip was £100. £100, and I bought a pair of cowboy boots that cost £100, and then I'd have full money for the rest of the trip.
Why did you buy cowboy boots?
Because I really want. There was this little shop I went into in a back street, and they made their own boots, handmade them, and they were gorgeous. And I'm I really want a pair of these boots. And yeah, they don't fit. Well, they do fit if my legs weren't as fat as they are. And then when I went to London, I did exactly the same thing, not on purpose. I went to Carnaby Street in London and I bought my first pair of New Rocks. I've still got them for approximately the same price. So yeah, I don't think £100 would get you very much in London now, but So I think I've been 3 times to London. I went to see We Will Rock You. I went with Raymond when I was like 20-ish, and we went to see Within Temptation, and I think that's it. So it's been a very long time. The whole London Underground thing has changed from when we last went, as in how you pay. There's this cap thing now.
There's a tenner in the back of the car.
That's Callum left that. Right, so who was that paid for on my card? Right, so that's my tenner, Isaac. We took Callum Isaac, you're not having it?
Yeah, no,
because you're buying so much crap at the minute. Callum hid a tenner in the car because we'd paid for him. He's got a habit of doing this. Daniel's mum said, we'll have to teach Daniel the same as Callum. It's like, yeah, that'll be the day. Yeah, so now apparently you ride the tube in certain zones, and if you spend, say if you're like, your trips come to like £9, once you've been charged £9 for that day, then the charging stops, so you can travel as much as you want after that point, and they won't go any higher. It depends what zone you're in, what the cap is. I think we're going to be mostly central, like zones 1 and 2. So we all need contactless. Thank God Isaac's got contactless. But Isaac, I will pay you back whatever your journeys cost, but you'll have to use your card. I take it you haven't been spending stupid money on your card and you've still got money on it?
Yeah.
Right. Because we all need our separate contactless cards to pay every time we get on and off the tube. So I'm just trying to learn different things. It's going to be such an early morning. We're going to be half dead that night. And then we're meeting up with some YouTubers on this Saturday morning, like early. I think it's 11 o'clock the meet time is. Well, not that that's not early, but when you'll be as knackered as we'll be. But then again, you don't go on holiday to lie in your bed. So, I'm looking forward to it. I'm not a massive fan of London, it has to be said, because I don't like crowds and I don't like hustle bustle. Probably the worst place to go if you don't like, and I don't like spending a lot of money excessively on things that shouldn't cost that much. But I want to go to Camden because I think Isaac will really like it. It's the part of London I probably like most of everywhere I've been. And I would really like to go, and Isaac's going to hate it, but I want to go to the Natural History Museum. And if it was close at hand, I'd be at the Imperial War Museum as well. I went there with Raymond and it was so interesting. We're trying to kill time. We went to see Battlefield Earth at the cinema in Leicester Square, which everyone thinks is awful and I quite enjoyed. And we went to the Imperial War Museum and it was so interesting. It's the place that had those experiences, like where you're in the bunker and you get the smells and the sounds and everything, there's flashing lights and stuff. And the other one is like you're going through the trenches. It's really, really interesting.
Where's that one medieval torture one with like the Iron Maiden?
That's Prague, the Medieval Torture Museum. That's really interesting.
They should have done the meet in Prague, it would have been cheaper.
Well, we did. We had all right, you mean YouTubers? We should all have went to Prague, it'd have been cheaper. Yeah, well, it's only expensive for us because we're the idiots having to fly, aren't we? Because I would have to live in Ireland. You see, when I lived in England, there was no, apart from gigs, that's the only thing that there's a lot more of, and that I really, I think we severely lack here. It's Isaac, what are you doing with your seatbelt back there?
My seatbelt's on.
What is that? I heard somebody click with a seatbelt and then that started going immediately. It's the middle seat. Is there anything on the middle seat? This is riveting stuff, isn't it?
In the middle.
I heard the seatbelt clunk and then that started, so you're fiddling with something. Forgot what I was saying. Yeah, gigs. That's the one thing that's really lacking here compared to England. But see, like now, it's like, I didn't do YouTube then, and like all these people I know, and they're all in England, and RockFit have all these classes, and you could get to know girls that are into similar music, into sort of alternative culture. And that's all in England. It's like, for God's sake. You know what I mean? It's a bit frustrating. Yeah, we've got nice scenery, the air's cleaner, but it's cheaper. But there's not a lot in the way of, if you just want to settle down and have a quiet life, yep, but there's not a lot in the way of being social here. I don't know what that was, it just hit the car. Right, I'll go. I'll check in with you through the week. You won't see. There'll be 2 separate vlogs. There'll just be the normal up to Thursday vlog, and then I'll do the London vlog completely separate because it'll be considerably longer. I might even do it in days. Depends how much I film. So I shall speak to you later, guys. Thank you for watching this week. Over and out from Kit and Kawar.